Welcome back to Anno 1800, episode 4. We're continuing where we left off in this quaint port town here. I have been put in charge of its development. Unfortunately, I made a fool of myself in a party hosted for Her Majesty the Queen Victoria, where I spilt champagne on her pearl-studded dress. And of course I ran my mouth here and there. Today we are going to be optimizing. This is a big optimizing episode. I want to change the layout of my city. I think that, as you might know, when I was building it in the previous 3 episodes, it certainly didn't look very good, did it? It's unfortunate, but that's just the nature of a new Anno player, is we don't make things look great. But what I want to do is I want to get this city in a more finalized layout. So the plan is to create, well, aqueducts and pedestrian zone pathing, stuff like that. I really am looking to beautify the place, because so far I would say that there's just no decoration. There's not really anything worth looking at. I do apologize if you hear any knocking in the background. That is unfortunate. That's I think my neighbor must be cleaning or something. This is a problem when you live in an apartment. So this is of course going to be changed a little bit here and there. I'm going off of a pure feeling here. So I'm just moving stuff around. I do have free building movement, and I have free, well, I have full refund if I destroy any buildings, which is good. I mean, I'm a new player, so. Oh, we have Curious Port Town, and we have a parade to celebrate how great my town is. It was not enforced or anything. What are they wearing? Interesting. Well, they're certainly happy. I'll give them something to be happy about. So I do have the Deluxe Edition, if you didn't watch any previous episodes, for console. I got a great deal for it, so it's well worth it. If you don't know, if you're a computer player, the Deluxe Edition, well, Anno 1800 on console in general, it does not have any of the expansion passes, so you just get cosmetics, basically. But that's okay. So they're making the rounds, having a great little party. Now I have the pedestrian zone, I have the amusement park, and I have some garden stuff. So you can see the pedestrian zone here. I have these beautiful canals which I will be using. There we are, looks good. Clean water. Oh, we even get a boat. So you can actually do it over the roads as well. That will create bridges.
I'll put you back on dry land.
So, of course, the goal for my island is to create I suppose, a self-sufficient island where nothing is made and everything is consumed. I want it to be essentially like a paradise for the wealthy. And other islands will supply the goods. So everything will be manufactured off island. Eventually I would like to have even one island growing the raw product, one island refining the raw product, and then this island consuming the refined product. That's the dream. I want layout to be, well, I won't say perfect because you're probably going to see my layout and tell me it's not perfect, which it probably isn't, but I want the layout to at least be better. So that's what we're going for with my island. This Anno 1800 series is really just a tester to see if you, my viewers, like the content. And if you like the content, then I can perhaps look into getting the new Anno game coming out, Anno 117. And that will have all of the expansion passes. They are doing development for both consoles and computer to be equal, which is really great. Of course it'll be next gen only, I imagine, but, well, everything's next gen only now, to tell you the truth. I got my PlayStation 5 in November last year, and at the time, only Farming Simulator 25 was the game that I wanted to play for next gen, so I got it just for Farming Simulator. But it's just incredible that pretty much everything decided that they would be going next gen pretty much after that, so I made the right decision there. And Anno 117 is going to be pretty cool. We're talking about Pax Romania. Romania. No, it wouldn't be Romania. It'd be Romana, right? Well, I don't know. You can watch me make a fool of myself only here on my YouTube channel. So tune in every week. Here we are trying to just get that layout right. I will be undoing and redoing and continuously modifying everything. This church, I have no idea where it's going to be. I want to save a lot of the central space for some of the more late game buildings. I don't even know what I'm going to get. In the campaign, you don't really get past the artisan building. There's no need. But I do plan on getting to late game in this build, in this sandbox playthrough. So there's a lot of activity in this bustling town. I find that my island is a lot smaller when I actually reorganize everything. You know, when it was messy, you don't realize how much empty space you had. But once you start to organize everything, it just becomes so empty. Now I am going to be keeping a lot of empty space because I want to create a beautiful park. I may get into the zoo if I find the zoo animals are easy to get, because currently I believe you have to do expeditions for the zoo animals, but I mean one expedition takes, I'd say, a fair amount of time to complete. So if it's like that, I don't know if I'm going to spend much time on it, because this series is not going to be huge. You know, it's not going to go on for a year, because I might consider switching to the new 117 and having a longer playthrough of that than spending time on this one. Although this game is very fun. If people are interested, then I would. But, I mean, that's if people are really interested. Because it does take time to edit everything.
Get some rest. It's going to be a long voyage.
You want a road, Gov?
So here we have my editor, and well, he hasn't made a rubbish blunder of the newspaper. Thankfully, he may have learned his lesson after I sent him to the gallows. I put him in the stocks. Well, hold on. I think the gallows actually means he's being hung. No, I didn't do that. But the word is quite entertaining to use. But no, I just put him in the stocks for a time. That's what I meant in the previous episode, by the way. I realize that I get my words mixed up all the time. It is something to accept. But yes, he spent time in the stocks, 5 days per negative article he writes. Unfortunate for him. So here I'm just loading in new houses. I will be moving them around again, but I'm just loading them in so that they can increase population.
You reached a
And
new
here we
milestone.
have the age of fine craftsmanship, where we unlock windows and canned goods and, well, the city hall, of course.
All I ever desired was a place to live.
All I've ever
and work.
desired was a place to live. Well, he's got that now. Oh, what have we
New
here?
Expedition, Admiral.
Are we going to take that, or are we gonna ignore it? Are we gonna take that? Come on, then. I guess not. When you're in the thick of it, you don't really see the quests and stuff. When you're really concentrating on something, you don't see it, and then it goes away. And then it's kind of hard to find it again. Not only hard, but annoying, I would say. Here I am beginning a second port on my main island. I want to move the industry back so that the front of the island, the actual city part, looks a little prettier, because you don't want to be living in a big city where people dress well and are wealthy, and you have people, you know, hawking fish, and the port is stinky of raw fish. You want it to be a place where you can walk and enjoy the seaside, and perhaps marvel at the great defensive structures that I build. So I'll be moving a lot of this stuff, including even the shipyard. I think I'll be moving that. Or perhaps I'll just off-source ship construction entirely. Right? I mean, we don't want people to be working on this island. We want people to be enjoying their life. We want people to be living purely for pleasure. other islands, though, will be, they will be, I suppose, working hard. They'll be working for 2. For themselves and for the wealthy individuals who come to stay. So you see that the marketplace is essential for people to upgrade. They need to be close to the marketplace. That's why you need more than one. Having a little bit of access is not enough. It needs to be full access, so that is something to consider. So we're just getting our population increased. This does increase the population because every time you upgrade, a single building can hold 10 more people, as long as their needs are met. So it's a little bit harder, but it is possible. They need sausage, they need soap, they need canned goods, they need luxury coats. So you can sort of see what I'm working on here. It will take a long time though to get this island the exact way I want it to be. I want it to have a lot of, I wouldn't say empty space, but I would say more attractive space would be a good word. We want to get the city here to be very attractive for tourism as well. So we want there to be things to do, things to see. Of course, I'm going to create an amusement park, which is going to be the height of pleasure and excitement. Of course, we're talking about Victorian era excitement, so it's going to have a Ferris wheel, the marvel of entertainment is the Ferris wheel. It'll be my own personal London Eye. We'll call it the Terek Eye, because that is the name of the island, Terek. I'm not sure if I can rename it. Maybe I will. Actually. So here we're creating the foundation for more canals. I don't want it to be like Amsterdam style canals. I want it to be its own thing, but I do think canals sort of make people happier to walk next to clean water running through the town. And not only that, but it's a place for them to throw their bicycles when they get too old. They can just throw their bicycles on into the canal. By the way, if there are any moments where there's just no music at all when you're watching this video, it's because that music is copyrighted, and I have to mute that section of the video so that I don't get a copyright strike, unfortunately. But that is just the way it is. So here you can see that the town is beginning to come together. It's beginning to take shape the way that I want it to. People are enjoying the canals. Am I going to do a canal here so quick? I suppose so.
How's about a little gathering indoors?
Looks like we have a fire
I snuffed them candles, miss.
in
I
the
swear.
wealthy district. We'll get that sorted out with our island's greatest and most capable firefighters. There goes a fire engine now. So, you may notice that there are many requests from some of the regulars of the archipelago, but unfortunately piracy is overrunning the area. Anne Harlow, the wicked pirate queen, has unfortunately set her claim over the sea here, and we have no choice but to retreat to the safety of our islands in order to be free from her tyrannical and dangerous reign of terror. So, until we get a proper ship yard built, proper ships built with actual defenses, I won't be participating in the greater oceanics. So again, we're just filling in the area with houses. We're gonna move them all in the near future, but for now I think that it is okay. We want to get the population up on this island. Here we have the school, and we are going to put in some apple trees for teacher, right? Teachers like to eat apples, so we're going to put some apple trees here for them, because they're hungry. One thing I do hope for Anno 117 is that they include a street view. I would understand if it's just too much for the PlayStation 5 to handle, because there's a lot going on the street. I mean, this game is beautiful the way they've done it, because it is so alive. There's so much life that I could understand that, oh, it's not possible. The game's just too big for them to include a street view. So, but I would like to see it. I think it would be nice. Here we're moving some more of our citizens. And this is going to be another district of the island, I suppose. We're creating a second main street for the people. This church is going to move countless times. It is going to move so much. One issue is that I really don't know what the end game structures are going to be like, so I do want to keep my options open for even grander structures. If there was a cathedral or something, I think I would be more willing to put that in a more central location. But here we have the city hall. I do need windows for it, which I don't have yet. But I'm going to place it there. And that's going to do it for this episode. You can see that the island looks a lot more sparse. It looks a lot less, well, full. But that's only because our organizing has been so efficient. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Anno 1800, and if you'd like to see more, tune in next week for episode 5. But until then, I'll say thank you very much.
These fabled lands exist